Hello there, this is Nicholas Morrison with another video here on the Forbes Waterloo YouTube channel. I am standing here with an absolute beast on the Toyota lineup, a 2024 Toyota 4Runner SR5 model. Thank you very much for watching our video here, guys. Whether you're searching for a new vehicle, a pre-owned, whether you're after something sporty like a GR Corolla or an electric vehicle, come on down to Forbes Waterloo Toyota. The best experience of purchasing a new vehicle. Get in these new vehicles, try them for yourself, see how they drive, ask lots of questions. And I wanted to thank you very much for watching our video. If you mention this video, you'll get a great new incentive on your vehicle, on your purchase. So thank you very much for watching Forbes Waterloo Toyota's video. This is a very special one on the Toyota lineup because this is the end of our V6 engine here on the 4Runner. So this is a 5th generation Tacoma. In 2025, we redesigned and went to the 6th generation. So this model we had for 15 years. It is absolutely tested, tried and true, and people absolutely love this engine. So we'll touch on a few things here. If you have any questions, drop them down below, but we'll go through the vehicle and show you a nice walk around of it. So the 2024 4Runner, like I said, first and foremost, you have the V6 engine up front. It's on a truck frame, so it is a body on frame. Very good for off-roading, very good for the family. If you need to tow or do anything like that with camping or anything, if you're doing a trailer or maybe a boat as well. This is one that we get talked about a lot, that if you're somebody who has to be out in the country, if you're on the 80 roads a lot, you feel extremely safe in this vehicle. If it's something, through the winter or just late at night, if there's any worry of animals, anything like that, the thing feels like an absolute tank while you're driving it. So if that's something that's important to you, you really just want to feel safe on the road. You want to feel like you can go anywhere. You don't really want to have to worry about the weather. You don't want to have to worry about conditions, dirt roads, anything. The 4Runner is an absolute monster for that, especially with that V6 powertrain. There's never anything you have to worry about. And like I said, if you want to talk about reliability, there's a reason we had this model for 15 years. So as we go through it, we'll talk about a few things. Starting right up front, you have the nice big LED headlights with the fog lights down below. So I have them turned on right now for you. Gives it a really nice dominating front look on that on the truck with the nice front end. Looks very similar, of course, to the Tacoma. You've got the nice badge up front. On the entry level, we don't have parking sensors. That's one thing we get asked a lot, but you don't really need them, honestly, on this size vehicle. It is the smaller truck. So yeah, we'll come down the side here of the vehicle and take a peek there as well. So as we come down the side of the truck here, from factory, they'll give you a nice pair of 17-inch alloys on the vehicle. It's not something that you have to upgrade to as well. They're always gonna give you a nice set of tires right off the factory. There's a few different trim level or options depending on the year that you buy, but we give you a nice set of Bridgestones. So we understand, obviously, the 4Runner's one, you don't wanna have to drive off with the money you're spending and have to put on a set of tires. So it's nice that you've got that. And then as you come down the truck, they give you the running boards factory as well. So that's not something you need to add. And it's nice that they're a little wider. They fit really well on the body and they're installed right from factory. So it's not something that we're even touching here in the dealership. You get it right from factory. You know they fit well. They're gonna last. And like I said, it's a little nicer in comparison to a lot of our truck ones where they're a little bit wider. So when you're really trying to do that step up, whether you've got something up on the roof, or just somebody that needs to get in the vehicle, you've got lots of space there. And then as you come down as well, just a few little creature comforts for you as well. You do have the keyless entry with the smart key on this model. Both driver's door does have that, as well as your rear door. So we'll come around the back here. I'll show you the back of the vehicle as well, and then we'll hop inside after. Come on. So on the back of the truck here, this is a few features that people really, really like about the 4Runner. So one of the absolute best things is that this rear glass here is retractable. They give you a button right here on the back of the glass where you can put it up and down right from the back here. It's really, really nice feature if there's something, if there's a cooler inside or maybe the puppy's inside and you're at the beach and you want to leave them in the car. It's really nice and get in and out of the vehicle. This one does have a hitch on it. They come factory with that being on the truck on frame. It's a really nice system where they give you that right from factory as well. This model can tow 5,000 pounds with the big V6 with the truck frame. So if you are doing boats or any of that, it's nice that it comes equipped. The SR5 does have a manual liftgate. That's one thing that we get asked a lot. It's nice, you got the two holes, whichever side you're going from, or the actual tug strap as well. But it is a manual liftgate, so that's one thing we get asked a lot. As you come in the vehicle here, one thing to note is depending on the trim level, it decides your configuration of your seats a little bit. So this being an SR5, it does have the 7-seat configuration. I'll be really open with you. A lot of people don't really use these 7 seats very often for passengers. So you have to understand it's definitely for kiddos, for short rides, anything like that. I wouldn't want to stick my mother-in-law back there or anything like that. She might get a little upset, but it is nice that you do have the 7 seats on those occasions that you need them. Maybe you got a friend for a short drive, anything like that. They are there for you. Your 2 seat belts are on the side here. You do have the ability to tuck them right away into the walls and get them out of that way so that when you're doing cargo and stuff like that, you've got lots of room. But most people do run it like this with just the 5-seat configuration. configuration. So in that regard, you got a ton of trunk room back here. It is nice where you've got the connectivity on your one side here with the 3-prong plug as well. So you do have that right here if you need it for, you know, a cooler or sound system, anything like that. As well, you've got a lot of good storage back here as well. You know, if you want to be able to store things for camping, if you got any utility, anything like that, you've got a lot of room back here to put it. So offers quite a bit for the vehicle. And like I said, one thing to pay attention to when you're shopping for these is what seating configuration you're after. So we'll get in the vehicle. I'll show you the interior of the vehicle as well. All right, so as we come in the vehicle here of the 4Runner, I'll take a seat in the passenger driver's seat here. The one nice thing with the SR5 model is that for a base, they do give you the Soft-Tex leather right away. So comfort's first and foremost, we're definitely gonna give you that. The one thing that I get asked a lot, I'm 6'5", I'm a fairly large guy. So one thing, the vehicle is very similar to the Tacoma, but I generally find I can get a lot more comfortable in the 4Runner, more so than the Tacoma, just the way that the truck frame's designed, or the body's designed on the frame. The one comment I do get a lot as well is these do have the power seats, where some of the lower trim level Tacomas may only have the manual seats. So the power seats definitely help me give a lot more range in the seats. But I know that's something that's very commonly talked about in this segment of vehicle, is just whether there's space for guys that are my size. So overall in the 4Runner, I feel like they've done a good job of that. It's designed to be rugged in a truck frame, and I feel like they deliver that while still giving you that luxury. You've got nice touch points all throughout with some of the wood accents and chrome accents. The front 2 seats are both heated, which is nice. And you do have right beside your heat options here is your button for that rear glass. So it's really nice that you have it right here. Not only do you have your moonroof above you, but you can also open that rear glass, really bring the airflow through. It's a really nice feature exclusive to these 4Runners that goes a long way in the summer. Makes it feel like a heck of a drive. As you go through your dash here for you, you've got a lot of your safety features right here on the steering wheel. So one thing about the 2024 model is it did need a bit of an upgrade, but you still have quite a bit here, which is nice for you folks. A lot of people don't want a lot of the new tech, which is nice. So this does still have adaptive cruise control. You do have your lane assist, and you do have a pre-collision system. And that's to the extent of the safety in here. So it has Safety Sense 2.5. So a lot of things that people are after without a lot of that noise that a lot of people don't want, which is nice. As well, we still have a few little creature comforts that are really nice in the 4Runner. So you do have the heated wiper blades where that sits, really nice in the winter, soften up the blades, as well in the summer to get rid of some of that streakiness. As well, of course, on your side here, you do have the button for your 120 volt plugs in the back. So if those plugs ever aren't working, the switch is up here in the front for you. On the MID here, it fits in really well, I feel like, with this screen. On some of the other trim levels, there are a bigger screen option, but the 8-inch I feel like fits really well here with that Grace Note audio. As well, you will have full CarPlay and Android Auto here. It will be a wired connection, so you have the USB down below. You do have 2.0, as well as a 120 cigarette style lighter inside in the dash here. But yeah, it's nice you have all that up here on the screen. Of course, Bluetooth connections and all of that as well, if you'd like to do some of that. But most people go into the CarPlay and Android Auto stuff. Down below, one feature I've always really liked about the 4Runner is they really try to present it as a rugged vehicle. So you've got these really nice big buttons that, especially, you know, if you're dirty, if you're out of the bush or doing anything like that, it's really nice you actually know what you're doing. You can feel what you're touching, and it doesn't feel like you're gonna snap them off if you accidentally bump them. If you hit them too hard, they can actually take a little bit. As well as all of your climate options, you know exactly what you're hitting. So you can adjust things really fast. It's designed well, and they haven't taken that away and thrown it on the screen for you. They've kept all of your buttons here. As well, you do have the dual zone climate. So I know I run really hot, my wife runs really cold. It's nice that we can have both climate zones. One thing that we get asked quite a bit as well is this vehicle does have the heated mirrors. That'll be on your rear defogger button right up front here. So you do have that as well. And then as you come down into your dash here, you've got a nice big button here. This is the meat and potatoes of the 4Runner, of course, all of the 4-wheel drive options. So most people run around, of course, just in your 2-wheel drive most of the time. It is a part-time 4-wheel drive option, so you can choose that, as well as this also does have the 4-wheel low option. So you can go into that mode as well. So it's right here. It's nice how you can adjust, you know exactly what you're putting it into. The dash will illuminate and flash if it's unable to make the switch. If it can, it will lock in and tell you that it's in 4-wheel drive. And it's nice that it tells you exactly what you're doing on both. If it's unable to make the switch, like I said, it'll just keep flashing until it is at a speed or a condition where the truck knows it can switch, and then it'll do it on its own. It's really nice that you don't have to worry about speed or stop or do anything special. It'll take care of all of that for you. So, and then as you come down, you do have the ability on this one to do the select shifting if you'd like to. The V6 does have quite a bit of power, so if you want to have some fun, you can. But these ones are designed really more about overall drive and torque. So some people do play with it, but this isn't one that actually, there is no sport mode option on this vehicle. There is no ability to play with the drive modes too much. One thing to note though, It does have the ability to go into an eco mode, but it'll do it completely independently. So you'll see it once in a while pop up on the dash that you've gone into an eco mode, but it's not quite the same as what some of our vehicles have where you can switch between the different drive modes. So one thing to touch on, we get asked that a lot as well. This is one of our last few vehicles, the 24 4Runner, that did have the old style cruise control as well. So just so you know that that's down here and below. The nice thing is you kind of have both technologies where you still have the ability to set your distance, but you've got the old style dongle down below. So a really cool little touch, kind of an homage to some of you folks that have been around Toyota for a long time. So beyond that, we'll get in the back seat. I'll show you some of the comfort for your passengers, and I'll meet you there. See you soon. All right, guys. So as we get in the back seat here, I'll take a seat on my side here. So of course I was sitting up front. I'm a big tall guy at 6'5". The one nice thing with the 4Runner overall is I've got actually fairly good room. I do have headroom above me. I'm comfortable with my seating position. My knees are touching a little bit, but I don't have to have them super split. And that's with a big guy 6'5" up front. So maybe if dad isn't quite as tall or if mom's driving, you'll still have lots of room, or depending who your passengers are. And one thing you'll notice is the seat beside me, they do have quite a bit more leg room. So it is nice, especially if you've got child seats here. You can have maybe a rear facing and a forward facing. I myself have gotten up into 3 seats here if you've got maybe a booster seat in the middle. So it's nice, you got a lot of connectivity back here for the kids. You have your USB ports down and below with your floor mats in the vehicle. The nice thing is the Toyota will always give you both your rubber mats and your cloth mats from factory. So it's nice you've got those back here. You do have a little bit of storage throughout the car, which is nice, on your door handles as well. So they try to give you a good setup here for your passengers as well. I want to show you, I'll get out of the vehicle and I want to show you getting in and out into that second row, or sorry, the third row, I guess. That is one challenge, like I said. I really like to highlight sort of the challenges with that third row. It's there when you need it. So we'll show you that and make sure you're comfortable there. So I want to show some of this inside the cabin. So we have our 2 middle row seats folded down flat. On the side, you have that bar, and these can go down. On the front of the seats, you do have a rail, so your seats are adjustable that you can split legroom between these back rows. But I really want to show you this. So in the back row here, your seats, you do have your handles there. You have one on the back and you have one on the top here. So you pull on your top handle, and then your backrest for your seat comes up, and you have the ability to put your headrest up, so you have a full seat. And then actually in the bottom here is where your butt sits. So you pull that out, and there you've got a seat. The one challenge though is you really have no great way to get in. So for me being a big guy, I'll show you how to climb in. Some people might get in through the back. I would maybe get in through the side here. It sort of depends on your situation. But as you climb in, you got to climb right up on the seats, get into your seat, and then you can climb in. It's tight to find leg room. My head's really crammed, but ultimately I got a seat. If you had to go somewhere for short drives, maybe you crunch up a little bit. You do have that second seat beside you if you need 2 seats. So you do have the room back here to have 2 people. That one can come up beside you, and you do have that room. I do have cup holders back here. I've got seat belts in the wall here beside me. So ultimately it is a 7-passenger if you need it to be. I'll climb back out here quickly and just show you that as well. So I would put my knees up, climb out this door, and then get out that way. And then if you want, just so you can see as well, there's a little latch here on the side of the seat. So that's what you pull. That'll put your back seat away. And then you got to either go to the back of the car. I'm pretty tall, so I can reach. And either pull the strap or the handle. That'll bring this down. And then once you pull that handle, it collapses the headrest again and it'll go back down. So that's how you get that back. I feel like that's important to show you. We'll hop out, I'll show you the front of the vehicle and we'll wrap up the video. See you there. So guys, if you're after a V6 truck or a big people mover that can do everything you want it to do, is going to outlast pretty much any vehicle on the market, the 2024 4Runner is an absolute beast for that. It's very, very tricky to get your hands on one of these engines. I know us on our lot, for us to be able to buy them back from you folks is extremely difficult. If you've got one, keep them. If you want to sell it, reach out to us. If you want to take one for a drive, let me know. I'd love to take you. Again, this is Nicholas here at Forbes Waterloo Toyota. Please mention that you watch this video for a nice incentive off your next vehicle. Like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for watching. See you on the next video.